Hey YouTube, this is a review really of a pipe tobacco that I thought I'd never really try. You see, I was watching a video by ThomasiusPufendorff a little while ago of his review of the Petersons Sherlock Holmes mixture, and I thought it sounded an interesting pipe tobacco, so put it on my list to try, but didn't think I'd buy it immediately. And then my sister went and bought me a tin of it. She didn't know I wanted to try it. It just happened. Here it is. Now I wouldn't call this a full review because I've only smoked a couple of bowls of it so far in only 2 pipes. So I'd call this more of a first impressions video really. I'm smoking it in this, which is my semi-bent German briar pipe. It's rather nice. I don't know who it's by. I think it's German. It's got a space for a 9mm filter. No, generally the Germans do like a 9mm filter. And also I smoked it in a corncob. It's just a Missouri Meerschaum Legend. I customised it a bit by wrapping some leather around the stem part, the shank rather than the stem. Arc at me. Now, I've only been smoking pipes for like 10-15 years now. You'd think I'd get the names of the parts of the pipe right by now. And I think corncobs have their place. They're not my favourites, but I do hold quite a soft spot for them. Now onto the tobacco itself. Now upon opening a tin, I noticed a sort of fruity smell. And when I asked other people to smell it, like my sister, she said it was sort of dried fruits, fig. Yeah, I could pick that up a little, but what it reminded me of is dried apples in a bag. Now, it's a quite a pleasant smell really. I quite liked it. Oh man, it's going out. Let's give it another light. I've nearly finished this bowl of it, the second bowl. Now upon first lighting it, I did notice the Virginias really, because it's a ribbon cut, though the cut is a bit of a dog's breakfast. You get some nice long ribbons, but there's also some little cut up bits in it. It's not an unpleasant looking tobacco, don't get me wrong. I quite like most tobaccos, though I'm not really a big aromatic smoker. No, but like I said, when you first open it, you get a sort of those grassy, sort of Virginia smells, and then a sort of tea flavour, very subtle in the background. And then, oh, what is it? You can taste the burleys a bit. Yeah. As I said, this is coming towards the end of the bowl really. It was a dryish tobacco in feel, but I did get a tiny little bit of gurgle from it, but I put down a pipe cleaner, it was okay. Now some people said they get a caramelly taste of it, but I didn't really. Slightly more fruits now as it's coming towards the end. Not very strongly, just very subtly in the background. And I've noticed the burley's coming for a bit more. Yeah, well, I wouldn't rush out and buy it immediately, but if someone offered me a bowl, I wouldn't be that unhappy to receive it. Or if someone sent me a sample, I think I'd smoke it still. It's not going to go in my regular rotation, but it isn't bad really. Like, it isn't overcased either. A lot of these aromatics I found, they can taste a bit chemically sometimes, and I'm not over keen on that. Now, I mentioned the appley smell when you smell the tin. It doesn't really come through a lot when you actually smoke the tobacco. That type was more the burley taste and the Virginias, with the aromatics being more of a background taste really. Though they are nice Virginias actually. But I do think the burley gives it just a bit of extra dimension. Now, ThomasiusPufendorff did quite a good review on this. I think we've got slightly different views on the tobacco because he really likes it. But it's a really good review. So down here I shall put a link to his review because it's worth watching. I always think it's best to get a whole range of views really. It isn't one of my favourites at the moment, but I will smoke the whole tin, and if my views change, actually I'll probably post a review when I'm finishing the tin to give an overview of the tobacco all in all. But it isn't bad really, for an aromatic that is. Oh, I'm getting a bit more gurgle. I've probably shoved enough spit down this pipe now to drown a small animal. Actually, the pipe isn't smoking that bad with it in. I normally keep this for aromatics, this pipe. It's not really showing up that well. It's not that fantastically grained. It's quite pretty though. The Germans do like their pipes a bit brown. Oh well. See ya. You have a good day.